This is Wright Brennan with the Lost in the Midlands podcast, and today I am here with Lauren Freebern with Red Bank Neighbors. Lauren is a professional publisher. She's been writing since 2014 in the Columbia Mom blog, and now you're attacking the market of Red Bank, putting out some amazing content, getting local businesses together, really cool stories of people in the area. It's a really awesome magazine.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming on today. But before we talk about business and where you are, I want to talk about a little bit your past. Where you from? How have we gotten here?
I am from Columbia, South Carolina. I was born and raised here. I went to Grace Christian School, and I was also homeschooled. I attended Midlands Technical College, and I have an associate degree in criminal justice.
Awesome. Okay. So Columbia, myself, and you were homeschooled. That's a different, education. Did you feel like you got a good home education?
I do.
You do. Are you homeschooling? Did you homeschool your kids at all?
I did not. One of my kids attends public school, and the other one attends a private school.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, did you just have a knack for writing as a young adult? Like when you were coming along, was that one of your passions, or no? It kind of hit you later down the road.
I had an awesome English teacher at Midlands Technical College,
cool.
And I feel like I probably didn't understand English and the construction of sentences until I went to school there.
Yeah.
And she just made English really fun, and that's when I fell in love with it.
No kidding. And that's awesome. Midlands Tech, they got some amazing educators there. Very cool. And the Columbia Moms blog, tell me how you got involved with that. I mean, was that something you started, or you just were reading it and you're like, hey, I want to add to?
Tiffany Nettles, she's a local mom, and she started the Columbia Moms blog. It's called Columbia Mom Now. They rebranded a few years ago. And so I'm the publisher of Red Bank Neighbors, and our content coordinator, Katrina, she also blogs for the Columbia Moms blog.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And at some point you decided to go out and help start this Red Bank Neighbors magazine. Tell me about that. I mean, how do we get to that point?
Well, I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and then I drove dump trucks. I drove school buses, and I wanted to get back to writing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, driving dump trucks and just were you dreaming of getting back into the writing field? Was that your passion?
Yeah, I enjoy writing. I enjoy meeting with community members and bringing neighbors together.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so you're finally getting back into it, and you decide that you're going to take a leap, because I know to actually start the magazine, it's like what, commission-based job or
right.
And so tell me a little bit about that decision-making process.
Well, my husband has a lot of faith in me, and he's really great, and he wanted me to take this leap with the magazine. And so he's very supportive of me and the magazine.
And Red Bank's blowing up. I mean, I feel like this was an awesome opportunity. I drove through the other day, and there's trees down, and they're building houses all over the place. I mean, the community's doing great.
Right. So I was at a Lexington Chamber meeting last week, and they showed an image of the growth in Red Bank since 2020, and it was completely in the orange and yellow, so it's booming.
Night and day. Fantastic. This is Wright Brennan, the owner of C. Wright Roofing. When it comes to the maintenance of your roof, you want to know that you have an experienced team that knows what they're doing. And with 10 years in the business, we check all the boxes. Leaky roof, storm damage, or just overdue on maintenance, give us a call at 803-828-4181 for a free estimate. Again, that's 803-828-4181. And remember, our commitment is to roof it the right way. So who are some of the types of people that you have in the magazine?
Right now we have Cleardy's Auto Glass. We have Kelly Burnside. She's a local personal injury attorney.
Cool.
Daniel Robinson, he's a local pressure washer. SWAT Heating and Air, they're a local heating and air company. A lot of these, a lot of the companies in the magazine are in Business Networking International.
Okay, B&I folks, fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, great people. What about some of the people you guys highlight? Do y'all have some of like the local community members in the magazine, like maybe some of the residents?
Yeah, so for our May cover is Vivian Fonte. Her mom and I went to school together in second grade, all the way up until middle school.
Cool.
Vivian does a lot of work for Palmetto Place Children's Foster Care.
Oh, wow.
So, and she does beauty pageants. Her family has owned land in Red Bank since the 1800s. So this photo on the front cover was taken on her family's land in Red Bank.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What about teachers? You guys have like a Red Bank teacher?
We do. So for April, we featured a teacher from Saxagatha Elementary, and for May, it's this teacher, Elizabeth. She's a teacher at Deerfield Elementary. One of my favorite pages in the May magazine is we have a local ceramic shop in Red Bank, and I wanted to do something special for her mom because her mom originally started the ceramic business.
Cool.
And this is just a little article about Miss Billie Jean Manship, and it has her daughter's ad there and a little story about Miss Billie Jean.
Very cool. Yeah, the community of Red Bank. I mean, I imagine, 5 years ago, or maybe even 10 years ago, just a small country town.
Right.
And now it's kind of turned into a metropolis. Favorite restaurants down there? What's good to eat in Red Bank? Any local spots?
I usually try to go to like Highway 55 or Rush's.
Okay, that's pretty. Rush's is definitely a local spot. What challenges have you faced being in this new position?
Because it's a newer magazine in that area of town. They've never had a magazine except for in the 40s and 50s, they had what's called the Red Bank Progress.
Oh.
I have come across a few pages of it. That's been shared with me. But it was just like local community gossip.
Okay, yeah.
This is the first, I guess, magazine type publication that's been in that area. But what's important for the local establishments and business owners to know is this magazine is going to residents who have moved here primarily from other states. So they don't know who to choose, if they need a plumber or an HVAC company. So when they see the magazine and they see a local family or community member on the front cover, they're probably going to be like, hey, let's learn a little bit about this community. Let's find out who the residents are that live near us. And the hope is that they would choose the businesses that are sponsoring their community magazine, because that's how the magazine is paid for, by the local businesses, and the residents receive the magazine at no charge to them.
Awesome. How many people get the magazine?
Between 2,300 and 2,400 people.
Okay. And what type of community is it? I mean, do people in Red Bank work in Red Bank, or they just kind of travel, to other parts of the city? How would you describe it? Well,
so the magazine is mailed to neighborhoods like Bluefield, Windstone, Copper Bluff, Bainbury, Southbrook, Longview. And typically those residents don't live, or they don't work and play in Red Bank.
Yeah.
They are going to drive to West Columbia, Lexington, Columbia, to dine and work and play.
Yeah, okay. Very cool. How are you managing your work-life balance right now? Now that you've taken this new position.
I feel like I've been doing a lot of work reaching out to business owners and asking them if they would like to sponsor the magazine. It's been a little bit of a challenge because I don't really have any type of marketing background. My background is more like artistic.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's been a bit of a learning curve for me.
Well, you're fighting the good fight. You're doing an awesome job. You're reaching out to a lot of people. So, and it's been awesome watching the magazine find success, getting it printed, getting all these cool people in there. I mean, SWAT's been on the podcast, so you got awesome people in the magazine. That's for dang sure. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to get into the business, the publishing business?
Just be patient.
Patience. Yes, a great virtue. Success in a lot of areas with that. And where can we find, like, if somebody is interested in getting in the magazine, how do they find you? How do they reach out?
So we have a Facebook page. It's called Red Bank Neighbors - Best Version Media. And they can send me a message on there if they're interested. Our ad prices, we offer print and digital marketing. So our ad prices start around $250 a month, and they go up from there. So we have prices available for really any business that can afford any type of advertising.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You've got an exciting publication, and I look forward to see some future magazines coming out.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Hey everyone, many thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a follow and click the bell to stay up to date on future episodes, or click the link to watch another previous episode. Also, don't forget to like, share, and please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear your feedback.